Let's take a listen. This lawyer of Diddy who quit, according to this report, he quits after Kim Porter's tapes leak in court. Take a listen.
Good afternoon, everybody. We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way.
New witness before the grand jury in the Sean Diddy Combs case. Courtney Burgess, former associate of Kim Porter, that's Diddy's ex-girlfriend, mother to 4 of his children.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed.
It says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill.
Do you believe Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's death?
Absolutely.
Wow, that is
without hesitation.
In an unexpected twist, one of Diddy's top defense attorneys, Mark Agnifilo, was recently spotted exiting a courtroom amid his client's very troubling legal situation, a move that has seemingly come in the wake of new accusations brought against Diddy from an old associate of his former partner, Kim Porter.
Have the feds been in contact with you? I did watch your YouTube interview. I saw as of 2 weeks ago they haven't been in contact with you. What about today?
Yes.
So they have been in contact with you. Is that why you're here today?
Yes.
Have the authorities found new evidence in the Kim Porter case? Will this be the Trojan horse for the prosecution against Diddy? The tales of Diddy's involvement in the mysterious circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's passing have been sung by many for over a decade, with several people directly accusing the rapper of being involved. However, the new revelation from the case spans beyond that.
Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?
It was, yes, because I spoke to her.
Not only does this new witness, Courtney Burgess, claim to
Geschenke, die etwas zu
I
erzählen
think
haben.
what is making it much worse for him, for Diddy, is his involvement in the death of Kim Porter. And if this is true, which looks like to me very likely that it is true, then of course this is going to be the nail in the coffin. Let's take a listen a little bit more.
tapes containing everything Diddy's case is built on, but the man also claims to have those tapes. It gets worse for Diddy, as those tapes are alleged to contain evidence against him and some other celebrities having relations with younger people.
Was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60,
Okay.
it's only about 54 pages.
Could it possibly be worse for him? It seems the new pieces of evidence brought forward by the witness might have been the tipping point for his attorneys, which has seemingly led to many of these people jumping ship from what appears to be Diddy's sinking case.
And this is what I'm getting at. When you have a lot of money and you have no accountability and you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do whenever the fuck you want to do it, I think he can go a little bonkers.
Remember, Diddy is accused of a slew of crimes, which are not limited to forcing several individuals to do his bidding while having them under the influence. And although
I mean, this will link him directly with the murder, and I mean, this one charge is enough for his demise, already his demise, but it will just make things 100% complete for the sentencing before he goes for the life imprisonment. And this is where these prosecutors of Diddy, they are working on. And lo and behold, you have Courtney Burgess coming voluntarily to reveal to the whole world that, hey, I have something very, very substantial to share with you guys. Take a look what he did with Kim Porter. I mean, more and more people are coming out because they now fear if they don't, they will get exposed by FBI and they will be in big trouble if they don't speak out. So I think this is where it is heading. A nail in the coffin for Diddy, getting things much, much worse than he anticipated 6 months ago. And we are going to be hearing a lot more cases against him, including more child abuse and sex trafficking and racketeering and all those things.
though this new accusation also falls under those indictment claims, it's slightly more complex for him. Burgess's claims don't end with him having video evidence against the mogul. The man also claims to have access to Kim Porter's original notes that made up her book. Those notes allegedly contain details of Diddy's not-so-subtle raging days, and the clause for their release, according to Burgess's source, was if something had ever happened to her. Is that to say she didn't trust Diddy not to harm her?
And that was somehow construed or understood or turned into a raid, but he did not face a raid. It was just to serve him a subpoena.
It may not have come out officially, but it looks like the news from Porter's associate has stirred up quite a number of problems for Diddy and his team, making that yet another addition to the barrage of cases that had already been filed against him. Where do they go from here? Well, according to fan speculation, it would appear jail is where they think he'll be for a long time, and it's not just the videos, the attacks, or the ST, but because a lot of people seem to think he had a hand in Kim's untimely passing. They might be right to think so, because Burgess's story is only where this rabbit hole begins.
Ambitious. He was then from ambitious went to doing anything, and then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat, and then he ended up turning into Lucifer.
As if it wasn't bad enough that everyone already saw him as a monster from the hundreds of allegations that have painted him as the common man's worst nightmare, more details in other aspects of his life keep coming out to validate those points. In fact, word on the street is that it's getting so bad that people are now jumping ship from the Moguls case, as reports have it that one of his lead attorneys might have been so scared by new accusations that he dipped. Said case has already cast a shadow on Diddy's credibility over the past couple of years, over allegations by netizens of his influence in Kim Porter's passing. But this is a little different. We all know that when it comes to celebrity scandals, things can get dicey in no time, and that could never apply more than in Diddy's case.
I mean, I will be shocked if he doesn't have any hands or influence in Kim Porter's death than if he has, because it is, to me, quite normal and obvious for a person, for a monster like him, to kill his partner and just enjoy the freedom of life, not having to go into that burden of having a responsibility towards a woman and things like that. And the criminals throughout history, most of the time you will see them getting rid of their partners because of monetary reason. But here you have a person who has several motives, not just financial gain. I don't know if there is any, but I think there is. He is a greedy guy, he's a monster, and he would go for every single penny. But I think he has a lot more motives to get rid of Kim Porter. We just do not know yet. Again, these are all what I am thinking has happened. And now with this kind of court case where this guy, Courtney Burgess, is revealing all the secret details, and looks like to me he's a very, very solid guy. He's not bluffing about Diddy's past and how he treated, especially how he treated Kim Porter's. Things are just going to be much, much worse for him.
It's not all the time they say this, but they say this is going our way. Not the bail. They say we have them. We got a lot of people who are going to talk and say that this is what Diddy was about, and some people may pass it off as hip-hop culture.
Courtney Burgess, a key witness in the rap mogul's ongoing investigation, spilled the beans on News Nation's Banfield. He revealed that he was handed 11 flash drives containing 8 S-tapes featuring several high-profile names. That Burgess testified before the grand jury in New York, revealing the startling detail that a few of the celebrities featured in these tapes were minors.
So the only thing that I have to ask in this case, which is that why did he not come out earlier? Why Courtney Burgess took so long, 7 months, more than 7 months now, to reveal those books, those recordings, those notes he has from Kim Porter's? It's something we really need to find out. But I think at the same time, he just wanted to make sure that his case is sealed before he would say anything. If Diddy does get bail, or if he is freed, in the future, he could harm him. So I think Courtney Burgess is convinced right now that no, Diddy is not coming out of the prison to harm me. So now it is safe. The environment is much safer now to reveal more shocking truth about Kim Porter's. I think that will be the answer. But again, we will have to find out more, because this guy, Courtney Burgess, is absolutely not opening his mouth. He's not absolutely saying anything more than what he is supposed to be saying, according to, I think, his lawyer, his attorneys. They have warned him, don't just go and yap about everything. Just be careful.
Alleged that the flash drives were handed to him by Kim Porter, Diddy's late partner. This suggests she may have intended to bring to light some troubling behavior prior to her untimely death.
In the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill.
With every new revelation, the narrative becomes more tangled, leaving many to wonder how it will impact those involved and the entertainment industry at large.
Yeah, the entertainment industry is a lot of them are responsible. The Hollywood industry, they are corrupt, they're tainted with all of these scandals, and on top of all of this industry employees, we know who are sitting. It's Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Lopez, and many other top A-listers. Therefore, things are going to be unraveling very, very soon, and hopefully we will see justice for those children who fell victim to his abuse and sexual trafficking and all that. We'll have to find out more. I'll give you more updates. This case is getting much more interesting, and a lot of people are coming forward, and we have new developments.